manage a big holiday resort, hotel and marina in Cyprus while managing a young family at the same time. My guest today is the managing director of Raphael Resort and Marina in Cyprus that is open all year round. The past few years, every time I have visited the resorts, I have seen her there, always present in her office and around the resort, taking care of running the business smoothly and always with a smile. Farah Shammas, welcome to Entrepreneur Insights.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, tell us a bit more about your background and how you came to the position of being the managing director of this big holiday resort and marina.
As briefly as I can. My father's Lebanese, my mother's English. I was born in London and we moved to Cyprus when I was 5 years old in order for us to build the hotel and marina, which was then, we had agreed to be with a management contract with Sheraton. This was my grandfather's dream and now legacy. And my father is a civil engineer and he built the hotel from scratch, and of course the marina, and afterwards operated it, managed it himself. Then we went back to England. I was mainly educated at boarding school. I did my 2 university degrees in the UK, and when I finished my studies, I came back to Cyprus, where I always knew I wanted to live. I feel Cyprus is very much my home, and always has been. And I started working in our family company as a sales executive, and slowly over 15 years worked my way up the company to now become the managing director.
Great. And from all this experience you had in the Cyprus hotel industry, what do you think needs to be done to move forward and establish Cyprus as a really strong international business and holiday destination?
Oh, well, that's a very big topic that would need quite a long time to delve into and talk about. It's an interesting topic. Cyprus has done incredibly well this year, 2016. It's been a wonderful year for Cyprus, especially after the international and our own home crisis, which has been great to see. Of course, that's been helped by the fact that our 2 main competitors, Turkey and Egypt, have been out of the market this year. And what would be wonderful is to see Cyprus do as well, if not better, on its own, even with the competitors in the scene. There's many things that can be done slowly, but Cyprus is doing well in that. One of the things would be great to see Cyprus as an international hub with flights coming in from all destinations, more flights, whether that would be scheduled or chartered, but ideally scheduled coming in. It would be great to have a huge conference venue so we could attract more big international conferences to come to Cyprus, which would of course help in the winter seasons and fill the hotels. Many aspects, but I believe we are slowly getting there.
Great. With the help of the hotel owners like you to push this forward. And what do you think are the top skills that an entrepreneur needs to have to succeed in business, especially running a big business like you with many employees? So what are the top skills?
Well, there's many skills. I would say being good with people definitely helps. And understanding people, understanding your employees, understanding what your clients need. You definitely have to know numbers. There are many people who have difficulty with numbers and finances, and if someone is like that, then they just have to surround themselves with people who are good at numbers.
So if you don't have the skills, you surround yourself with people who have the skills.
Exactly. Yeah, you need to have a good accountant, someone to help you, because this is a very important part of any business. And the third point I would say would be to learn to delegate. Especially in a big business, you have many managers, and your managers are there for a reason, and you have to let them do their job. You have to trust them. Yes, it's good to see things all the time together, to get ideas, but you you definitely don't want people who will be yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir types and just, you know, roll along with no purpose. You want people to be proactive. You want them to excel within their own departments.
What were the couple of main challenges you faced in taking over, managing this resort over the past few years, and how did you overcome them?
Oh, well, one of my biggest challenges when I was starting out in my career was learning the ropes, being from a more privileged background and coming from the owning family. It's not necessarily on your side when you're doing your training in your own property. People are cautious or afraid to train you. Some maybe are worried that you might take their place, or if they're not so good at their job, you might repeat that to people higher up in the management, or in my case to my father, who might not have known. Sometimes people are jealous or bitter. So I think when I was starting out, I did feel quite alone at that time, and kind of thrown in the deep end, which in hindsight was extremely good for me because, I had to learn the hard way. I just had to dive in and open up whatever files I could find and read through every information that I could, and learn slowly. And if every day you learn something new, you're going to get there. So that would be the first thing. And then more recently, taking over as managing director, it's been changing the status quo. It's very easy to leave things be if things are ticking over and if
get comfortable.
You get comfortable. Things are going well. If you make money, you say, well, it's fine. But the question that someone always has to ask themselves is this the best we could do? Could we do better? And if we could do better, then how? And just changing things, and which is not always easy to do, especially when you have a company like ours, which has been established now for 30 years, changing things around and doing some restructuring. But it's been an interesting challenge, and I hope.
And how do you look to overcome this, changing things that were more or less the same for a long period of time?
Well, I hope to encourage everyone to see things differently, that we all have to think outside of the box, to find ways of doing the same thing, but ways that are better methods. And in showing everyone that, or in everyone coming up with their own ideas how they could do things better, and as a team to move forward with the same goal in mind.
So teamwork is important,
teamwork
inspiring
is very,
the team.
very important, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So together with managing director of the resort and the marina, you are also a wife and mother of 2 young children.
Yeah.
So my question is, can a woman have it all? A successful business, a great health, a balanced family life. What is your take on this?
Well, that's an interesting question. Probably if you'd interviewed me a month ago, I would have been here more exhausted because my son is only 1, the youngest. I believe that women can have it all. I believe both women and men have so many assets that and good qualities. Some are the same, and some are unique to each sex. But something that women do have, that I'm not saying all men don't, but most women do, is that they are incredibly good at multitasking. And this is such an asset for any woman in a modern day world and job that we are in now. It's not always easy. It takes a lot of planning and a lot of hard work, but I do believe that women can find the balance. The important thing to remember is that, yes, there are times in someone's life, maybe when their children are very, very young, or if they've got a lot of work on, or something's happening, that maybe you can't have everything all at once. Something has to give. But as a whole, yes, you can have it all and you can be happy.
Great. And to close this question that I give to all my guests, if you had one main insight to give to entrepreneurs who want to succeed in business today from all your background and experience, what would that one main insight be?
Definitely to educate yourself, to keep on learning, to never ever stop learning. My grandfather used to say that education is the only thing that can't be taken away from you, what is in your head, and it's so important at any stage of our life, not just when we're young and at school and university, but throughout your whole career, throughout your whole life, throughout your whole personal life, is to keep on trying to acquire knowledge, to become a better person. You can learn so much from experts in the field, through seminars that you yourself put on, or so much information out there. But you can also learn a lot from the less obvious person, or let's say fools of the industry or this world, and pick up really useful insights. And if you watch and you see what other people have done, you can also learn from their mistakes. And if you analyze that and take that on board, that can help you to avoid making the same mistakes as others. So education by far is the most important thing.
Great. Education. Continue your education. I close with this. And I'm sure I'm going to see you around the resort. It's one of my favorite areas in Cyprus, and I feel such a good energy when I go to that place and to the marina and to the whole area there. So I believe the energy is important, and the energy of the people who are managing the place is important. So
thank you.
Looking forward to seeing you again, and all the best with the new position as a managing director.
Thank you very much.
And your new ventures.
Thank you, and all the best to you too.
Thank you.